And hi, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode 15 for the Breaking the Fourth Wall. It's a very cold day in Stoke-on-Trent for some daft reason.
For one of you.
Yeah, for one of us.
At the moment.
Yeah, soon to be two of us.
No. Only one of us will be called once.
Yeah, well, Matt's been nominated to do the Ice Bucket Challenge. Good luck.
Again.
Hey! I haven't seen your nomination.
Matt Burns TV. Look it up.
Really?
It's on there.
Really?
Yeah, on YouTube.
Okay.
Matt Burns TV.
I looked on Facebook and it wasn't on Facebook.
It's on Facebook. I've even shared it on my page. Nice try.
Yeah, but yeah.
I've shared it. Trust me, I've shared it to the world.
It says he's doing it as Matt Burns. I don't believe him.
Trust me, because I can tell you exactly who I nominated.
Oh, yeah, I nearly got brought up on that one. I would have used a bigger bin otherwise.
Oh, no, I wasn't going to be cool on you. I wasn't going to be cool on you yet.
Hey, I only go by one name. I don't go by the bad boy or the funk soul brother or the bully. I just
don't give people ideas.
I just go by Nathan Goff.
Don't give people ideas.
So if anyone's running out of nominations, there's 3 more names you can use to nominate a certain Mr. Burns.
Oh, no, you can't. There's only 2. There's only 2 left. Only 2 left.
Oh, no. The bully, the funk soul brother. I use the bad boy British wrestling, folks, so yeah, he's right. There's only 2 left. So I just need to thank him for actually recording that. If you want to view it, you can go on my Facebook, which is Nathan Goff, or have a look on the Facebook page, which is Breaking the Fourth Wall. All money goes to a good
at the moment.
A good foundation.
It's currently not on Breaking the Fourth Wall, but will be.
As soon as this goes up, it should be on Breaking the Fourth Wall page. So it all goes towards a good cause, people. So get dunking.
And yet, why? Just before you did, why did I get a certain tune in my head? A certain
Ice Baby.
Yeah, that sort of rings a bell.
I thought it was going to come out with Jerry Halliwell. It's Raining Men.
Oh, good God, no.
You know, so how's your weekend wrestling been? I see someone's giving you a nice little bump on your nose this week.
Oh, very, very funny.
I might have to give my counterpart a congratulations for that.
Funny. Basically, I've had 2 shows this week. I went to CCW to qualify for the gauntlet for the heavyweight. Unfortunately, ended up being on the losing end in a hard-fought battle, one-on-one with Ace Jordan. But, you know, he won. It was close battle. The next match, well, actually, instead of moving on to my next match, the one thing I will say about CCW, it was a massive show. Many matches, but too many matches, I thought personally. There was more than 9 matches.
See, if you're doing a card and it isn't a super show card, you should limit it to about 6 or 7.
They do consider it a super show card because they call it the big one.
But WrestleMania only has 9 matches on it. That goes for 4 hours.
It almost did.
So yeah, you've been quite the busy boy, haven't you?
But one thing I will say that stood out about CCW, the ending. The newly crowned heavyweight, Welsh champion, got a bit of a beating by a new group,
which was
the Sons of Silence, who literally, it's got a group of people that used to be fan favourites and whatnot. And the crowd instantly turned. They did not like what they saw. They were furious that they literally came in, beat down on the champion, and literally left him almost in his own mess. It's not good.
No. So that's your week. I've been quite busy.
Well, that was just one.
Yeah.
Then we got the last night. One of the biggest United shows.
In history.
In history. Because we had Bad Bones on against Joe Connors. Match of the night. Personally. Match of the night that was. Phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. We had some old faces returning. Tommy Hayden. We had some complete changes in attitudes with Mr. AJ Hughes.
which has actually been endorsed on Breaking the Fourth Wall. AJ Hughes has been self-endorsed by myself. I am a big Ace Jordan, AJ Hughes fan.
I was.
I'm an even bigger fan of what's happened to your nose. That's a right corker.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
And there's a bruise on the side of your head as well, isn't there? How did you get that?
Funny. You mean the one that when it happened, I had to be told what had happened.
Yeah, it looks quite impressive. That doesn't matter. I've given him an extra 20 quid for that.
The fact that he just suddenly moved out the way because he bloodied my nose, so I decided he got outside the ring. So I thought he'd beat him on the post. He moved out the way as I ran at him, and while my head was against the post, decided to super kick me.
Nice.
And unfortunately, I don't care who you are. You getting kicked in the head with your head against metal, it's going to knock you out.
Oh, it's going to hurt.
So, with that in mind, I did not answer the 10 count.
I can imagine.
I don't even think I would have answered a 20 count.
So that's you. Have you had any more shows this week?
I haven't, but I will say, United Wrestling stepped up. Phenomenal show. Amazing. And the crowd were astronomical. When I mean astronomical, I mean one of the biggest crowds that United have had. And it's good to see, it's good to see British wrestling on the rise.
Yeah, like, if you look at British wrestling at the moment, most of the talent that's actually getting wanted is British.
Yeah. Oh, come on. British Boot Camp says it all.
Virgil going to NXT.
Oh, and by the way, have you seen who the new NXT? The guy, the new in charge guy, NXT?
No.
The new commissioner? You don't know?
No.
Is this... I'm actually... Ooh, interesting. William Regal.
Oh, I knew that. I've actually read that. I thought they changed it from Regal.
No, they've actually already had it.
No worries. So, yeah. So, it's been a busy week. I've been out and around. You came and watched me play one of my matches last night.
Yeah.
I've just took our Wednesday team to the quarterfinals with a win over our local rivals from Tunstall. Well, Smallthorne to Chesterton's is about as local as I get on a Wednesday night.
Mm.
So things are looking on the up. Breaking the fourth wall. We're getting back to normal.
We're getting there.
And if someone can remember the right tags for the YouTube page.
That wasn't me. That's the person you trusted in uploading it.
So,
who is it that you have uploaded?
Kyle, where are you?
Oh, for God's sake, not him again.
He's got to do something.
You trusted him with it?
Yeah, I can't pay him sit around on his lazy fat ass for nothing.
Oh, come on. You should do it. At least the tags will be right.
Yeah, and at least everyone will be able to see it. So we do apologise that it took a couple more days for the right tags for everyone to be able to see it, but it seems like most of you found it now, so happy days.
But what it worse is the fact that you didn't notice, he didn't notice. I had to send you it then.
I noticed. I was one that said to you, hey, up, what's happened here?
Hang on, why I wouldn't want to pass the footage.
Okay. Right then, so moving on. So, how do you fancy doing it today? Do you want to go on British independent scenes with a certain energy drink tag team, or do you want to go on to the Americanos?
The ball's in your court.
Well, I personally like to start off with ICW.
Why did I have a feeling like you go straight there?
So, ICW, a couple of weeks ago, they haven't released the footage until now publicly on YouTube. We have a new tag team champions. They defeated the New Age Clique.
Yep.
Which is Iron Jew.
Iron Jew. What a team.
What a name. Mountain and Diet Jew. So, it was a good match. From what I've seen, really good match. Grado and Colt works so good as a tag team.
Oh, come on.
And that entrance theme, I take it back. Sandman's gone down to second place.
Oh.
That entrance theme is brilliant.
Oh, it's happened. It's happened.
Whoever mixed that entrance theme of Colt Bennett and Madonna's Like a Prayer, That is genius.
It's gold.
You deserve so much credit for that. So,
all I will say is, if you haven't been paid, why aren't you being paid?
yeah, that's brilliant. And ICW on the Drew Galloway's back.
Yeah, and he's looking more vicious than ever.
Yeah, he looks massive compared to most of the people there as well. He looks
Massive.
every bit of 6'6".
He looks huge, and what makes it more devastating is he's throwing people around like they're rag dolls.
Yes, and you know who else was over there, don't you? Quite recently.
I don't know what you're on about.
Some mainstream talent made his debut.
Mainstream did. Explain.
If I can find my phone, I will be able to. I will be able to find you the link.
You can't remember the name?
I can't remember the name. I know it used to be an ex-TNA talent who actually made his debut on the ICW brand. If you bear with me, if we talk about something else, mate, then I can search the name because I don't want to get that wrong.
We will get back to this.
So
breaking news.
Yeah. So, what was your highlights of? We'll jump over to the Americans, then we'll go to Mexico, and then we'll go back to
Let's stay
Britain.
on the British scene.
Go on.
British boot camp.
Yes.
We don't know what the current event is and whatnot. Everyone's being kept hush hush, but whoever's involved, whoever's in, it's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be phenomenal. Whoever makes it into the British boot camp.
London.
Paul London.
Paul London.
The Spaceman.
Yeah, he made his debut at ICW.
Fantastic.
So I don't know if he's been TNA. I definitely know he's the ex-WWE.
Yeah, he's actually doing a tour.
Yeah, but he made his debut in ICW.
Wow.
So ICW is pushing for TV contracts for those of you that aren't aware. Drew Galloway's mission of intent is to get them on telly. And I'd personally rather watch ICW than TNA on Challenge. If I'm going to spend my Sunday night watching a bit of wrestling, I'd rather watch ICW than TNA. And if Velvet Sky wants to come over here, I'd quite happily watch Velvet Sky on in ICW. And ODB. ODB, if you can bring yourself over to ICW and a couple of the other shows, I'm sure Bids would love to have you there. With
yeah. Unfortunately, the grand opening is happening now.
It's still Bids to me, damn it.
Happy that you brought that up. Bids actually had a grand opening, and we had some surprise guests there. We had some of the wrestlers of United Wrestling there, and we had the guest of honour,
which is an ex-England legend who I told one of my bosses at work what had happened, showed him the picture, and they went, "Who's the old bloke?" I'm like, "Who's the old bloke?" That's an England legend.
Are you kidding me?
That's an England legend.
They literally just went, "Who's the old bloke?"
Yeah, it's Gordon Banks.
Gordon Banks.
It's England legend.
Absolute legend. And I've got to say, one of the nicest people to ever meet. Ever. And it was, we even had a few, we had some photoshops done with him, and honestly, absolute legend. Could talk hours about him, but unfortunately, this is not a sports podcast, but
a sports podcast.
This is a wrestling podcast.
Yes, so you had a good time there. A certain wrestler came out of retirement, who I'd just like wishing him congratulations on his match. First match back for a couple of years. You know who you are. I shall keep you named anonymous because I don't want to name and shame you, but you know who you were. Congratulations for your comeback, even if it was a one-off. I heard you did a good job.
Ooh. You got me a little bit baffled here.
No, he should know. He's a regular listener of ours. We've also got an apology to make while I'm on the subject.
Unfortunately, there was no actual wrestling on the beds during the grand opening due to the bad weather.
Yeah.
But he did actually make a return to the ring. It's another location.
Yeah.
But he had a good turnout.
Yeah, and we do apologise that we haven't got Daniel Stanring with us today. He's had an emergency, so he's had to shoot back off into the land of the sheep.
He's not living in Wales.
It's Shrewsbury. That's why, look at the map over there, it covers half of Wales. It goes all the way to Aberystwyth. That is Sheepshaggerland.
Oh, eh? Why are you saying that? Aren't you part Welsh?
Aren't you part bloody English?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So why are you saying that?
Because I can. You know, I can call myself albino because I'm white.
Trust you.
So yeah, so that was good. So I heard he did all right.
I know he had a good showing. Very good showing. It's a shame that Daniel Sandlin isn't here because he would have been so proud to talk more about what
United
Wrestling.
He would have marked out a little bit.
Oh, of course, because match of the night was Joseph Carnos versus Bad Bones, and even some of the guys in the locker room got caught out by the match.
So
no, that's how close it was.
Yeah,
it was that close. We were watching in the back. We didn't know who was going to win. We were literally tooth and nail, back and forth. It was so good. It was literally we weren't wrestlers. We were fans.
Well, everyone needs to be fans before wrestlers.
Yeah, correct.
Because if you're not a fan, then you can't enjoy it.
No. The match was that good. We actually forgot we were wrestlers. It was that good.
So, what were your highlights of Raw? We'll move over to America now.
Move over to America.
We'll just jump across the Atlantic.
Yeah. Jump?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'd say more swim with those.
It'd be a good jump.
A good jump. You think America could take the landing?
Rikishi jumped off the top of a cage and it took that landing.
Good point.
So, so what were your highlights of Raw?
Tough one because there was a few hit and misses. I liked how they did the eulogy.
Yes.
The eulogy of Dean Ambrose.
I'm interested to see how Reigns makes this go full circle. It'll be interesting because Kane's going sometime soon. He's got to go to do his
movie.
Yeah, which he's got to advertise his movie. So it'll be interesting to see how they write him off. Now, if Reigns power bombs him through maybe some cinder blocks,
I think that might do it.
Yeah, or a table or something like that. I want to see Reigns do the power bomb.
The one thing I've got to say is that what was so good about that, as soon as he mentioned, I created it, I can destroy it, the Shield's no more, nobody can do anything about it. As soon as he said that, I thought to myself, he's just dug himself a grave because he's just got one of, technically the most dominant guy out the Shield.
The Enforcer. The guy who literally was beating the hell out of Seth Rollins and Kane. Who, last time I checked, is Kane a small guy? No.
Far from it.
But yeah, it was interesting. Also, Nikki Bella versus Brie Bella. Now, the less time Brie spends on that microphone, the better. I think we can both agree with that.
Yeah.
Now, Nikki was alright. I didn't mind Nikki's promo. And I thought the beatdown was a bit vicious.
Oh, yeah.
I was expecting a nipple slip or something like that.
True, but then again, they actually got something even better. Please tell me you haven't seen.
I've only watched it once.
Joe the King of Lawler. The way he was trying to...
Groping. Puppies!
What the hell? And by the way, people, this isn't news that we're breaking or anything. There's plenty of memes already out there over it.
Puppy power!
I'll trust you.
It was like Scrappy-Doo trying to grab all them puppies. And there's a fair bit to grab. I'm pretty sure John Cena might have to bring his golden shovel out to commentary.
I just realised who you are now. You are the UK Jerry Lawler.
Really?
Yeah.
It's good to be king. So, yeah, I enjoyed that. I partly enjoyed that. Stephanie needs to come back in, though. Because at the moment, we've got a story that the Ballas are at war.
She should be more backing up Nikki.
Yeah, because we don't understand the full story of why Nikki went over to Stephanie. because surely she could just cost her sister after at any point.
Yeah.
So what's in it for Nikki? Like what WWE is getting a little bit more complacent with is telling a full story. It's a bit like reading the book, reading the front page, reading the back page, and they're not putting the middle in. And
we need the middle.
Yeah, because you've got to have a beginning, middle, and an end. If you can't have a beginning, middle, and an end...
But where's the build-up?
Yeah. So that's needed. What else was good with Raw? I enjoyed Stardust versus the Usos.
Oh, yeah.
Nice little potential heel turn.
It was a heel turn.
I think it's a partial turn.
I think it's a heel turn.
I think it's partial.
Why do you think it's partial?
Because Goldust is that lovable. Fans are going to cheer him anyway.
True, but the beatdown.
Yeah.
That was not a beatdown. They actually don't normally do beatdowns, and even if they actually did a beatdown more vicious than some of the heels.
Mm. So yeah, that was interesting. Like the match itself was turning out to be a good match. Didn't like the finish.
No.
Looked like popping his knee out. Like if he was popping his knee out, shouldn't he have gone over the rope and landed awkwardly and then sold it rolling around the floor, not trying to get back up? Because that just looks like you've got up wrong.
Oh, that's just awkward. Now that you say it like that.
You know, like you could have had him land awkwardly. It's just little things. Attention to detail.
Yeah.
Like, I know that sounds picky, but if you're watching, you want something believable. Like, my little cousin's just started watching wrestling with us on a Monday night, and he's a big fan of Roman Reigns. And he watched this and he went, "How come he can jump over the rope and stand back up afterwards and then hurt his knee?" And if that's coming from a 6 or a 7-year-old,
ouch. He should have stayed on the floor.
He should have like pretended he landed on it awkwardly, or it's attention to detail. That's where you need to focus on. In the Attitude Era, that would not have happened.
True.
If it was Shawn Michaels would have done springboard moonsault to the outside, and he would have landed a little bit awkwardly if he tried to stand up.
Wow.
Like, he would have landed if he was trying to land on his feet and put his knee to the side a little bit, make it look like he's popped it out.
Yeah. That's how you meant to do this, but I've seen people do. I've seen one person do it at Southside correctly. Did a suicide dive. He was crawling.
Yeah.
Crawling, not getting up and then falling down, crawling to try and get back in.
Yeah. Well, it's just attention to detail. Like, we know that part of it's kayfabe. Like, if you do it properly, like, you can tell the difference. I aren't breaking no fourth wall with that comment. Because everyone who listens to that is part of the internet wrestling community. We all know how this is done. So I aren't breaking down any fourth walls. If this is still real to you, damn it. Then,
Sorry, he just broke your wall.
Yeah, I'm sorry. So, yeah, that was that.
Yeah. I did, one match I did sort of think, why have they done it even though they've just done a segment earlier? That would be the Roman Reigns handicap match.
Yeah.
The one thing I liked is when they rebought the centre blocks out after admitting they'd done it, but it's a backfire. Oh, can you imagine if someone was still standing at the post? How bad would that have looked? How vicious would that have made Roman look? That would have been just instant death.
Yeah. Also, special credit must go to Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman.
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't a big fan of the Legends panel at the beginning. And I wasn't a big fan of John Cena dominating the Wyatts. You can't spend a whole year building the biggest heel faction in WWE today to feed it to John Cena in 10 minutes. I'm one of John Cena's biggest advocates. I will normally stand here until I'm blue in the face saying why John Cena should not get the stick that he deserves. This, on one occasion, is something I can't stand for.
Yeah.
Bray Wyatt did not deserve that.
He didn't.
You could have bought out Titus O'Neil, Zack Ryder, any jobby. You could have had him in a 6-on-1 handicap and he could have destroyed all 6 of them because no one would have give a shit. if I'm being truthfully honest, no one would have given a shit if he had dominated all 6 of them. He would have looked good, none of them get affected. But he's just crushed, like Rusev, the biggest heel that's close to the main event if a face wins the title and Brock Lesnar isn't here.
Yeah.
In 10 minutes. Now, he doesn't look credible.
He doesn't. And
he's lost all credibility in 10 minutes.
He's just lost all momentum
Yeah.
towards Chris Jericho.
Because John Cena can do that, why can't Chris Jericho? I rest my case.
Devastation.
Pardon me. A little bit gassy off the off refreshments day. We're being sponsored by Tango and Pepsi. So back to the other part of that, which
we're not actually sponsored by Tango and Pepsi. Just thought to point that out because I don't want any legal lawsuits against us.
No. So just to go back to the middle part, what actually makes this match look believable? Brock Lesnar's promo.
Yeah.
That was gold.
Needed to be gold.
Awesome. Absolutely awesome.
It needed to be that. That's what it needed to be.
Yeah.
What was it?
Awesome.
Awesome. The fact is, he's gone in, he killed Cena, did what he was going to say, and basically just went, I didn't tell you so, but guess what? I told you so.
Yeah. Like, Paul Heyman did something brilliant. He made Cena look brilliant. And if Cena ever turns heel, I can see Paul Heyman being his manager.
Cena? Paul Heyman guy? Ooh, that's a scary thought.
That would make Paul Heyman the greatest manager in WWE history if he can get Cena to the next level. Hogan had the NWO. Cena could need Paul Heyman.
Potentially.
Could you imagine Paul Heyman's gloating on a weekly basis if he has the Superman and the Beast Incarnate?
And you can imagine him going into the tag division.
Could you imagine him just looking at the tag team division?
Would they even consider it?
It'd be like Superman.
It'd just be devastation.
Well, you just tell the rest of them lie down, don't even bother.
It's literally give up.
Yeah. But
give up.
Brock Lesnar sold himself. Like I've said before, John Cena hates people. Not John Cena. Brock Lesnar hates people. Plain and simple.
Oh.
And that promo proves it. There's a brilliant line, and I don't know if everyone has heard this or not. When Paul Heyman does an interview about Brock Lesnar, and someone asked Paul Heyman, so why doesn't Brock Lesnar like that many people? He goes, Brock Lesnar doesn't like me. He just tolerates me.
I think I brought this up on a previous episode of the show.
That is brilliant, and that tells you Brock's attitude to life. He doesn't like people. He just tolerates the ones that can make him money.
Just look at UFC when he was there. But someone has actually brought one thing up about Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, which this is actually a nice little link in.
And it's quite funny.
Yeah. Do we think Cena will win at Night of Champions?
Oh, no. That's not the link I'm on about.
What?
Someone's actually pointed some of the counts for against Brock. This will make you laugh. Who do you think the best type of people to beat Brock? Who beat Brock for the WWE title last time?
The Rock?
God rest his soul.
Eddie Guerrero.
Who beat him in UFC for the year?
Oh, Mexicans. He doesn't like these Mexicans. So, have we got any Mexicans jumping the ball?
And if you recall, there was meant to be a certain supposed gimmick change, well, not an actual gimmick change, when Cena got fired. He's meant to be going to Juwan Cena?
Yeah.
Why can I see Cena turning up in the Mexican match and calling himself Juwan Cena just to see if he can actually have a crack at it?
I'd love to see Cena try do some lucha libre style. Jack Black's had a good go at it.
Oh yeah, he was not too bad at it. With the wires, of course.
Of course, with the wires. But no, it's an interesting question we got asked. Will John Cena win at Night of Champions? No. Does he deserve to win at Night of Champions? No. Will he be squashed at Night of Champions? Probably. Will it? I reckon if you want to bet, if you're a betting person and you're listening to this in the UK, I'd go for Brock Lesnar to hit 18 German suplexes and 4 F5s. And the match to be stopped. Not pinned, not submit.
4.
The match to be stopped.
4 F5s and 18 Germans. I'm going to go with the 4 F5s, agree with you, but 20 Germans.
And there won't be a pinfall. The match will be stopped.
It needs to be stopped. That'll sort of make Lesnar look dominating, but it also shows one thing about Cena. That he always keeps mentioning.
He never gave up.
He never gave up.
Who will beat Brock Lesnar was the other question we got asked. If anyone, well, Matt's thinking about this. If anyone reads the dirt sheet, which I do because I get bored, it's supposedly Roman Reigns is next in line to beat Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Roman Reigns is not on Brock Lesnar's level at the moment.
He's got to do some serious climbing.
Yeah, he hasn't got the moveset to hold a feud. He can't do the mark work.
Yep.
So, Paul Heyman would have to carry both of them on the mic. His moveset isn't dynamic enough yet. Punches, kicks.
And not solid yet.
And I don't think he's ready. I think it'd be a year too early for Reigns. I think he needs to win a mid-card title, have a run, and then move up. So, but if he wins at WrestleMania 31, it'll be a feel-good moment. Just hope he doesn't get injured. The other one is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. That supposedly another part-timer taking the title off a part-timer. When one part-timer at least does at least 3 months of work, the other one can do 6 appearances a year and dials in via satellite for 4 weeks at a time. At least we have Paul Heyman when Brock Lesnar's around.
But I can offer a third option.
Well, they're the two that are online. I was just discussing the dirt sheet.
But he's a third option from me. It says we can have somebody return who complained about part-timers being in the main event of WrestleMania, supposedly. Literally become a part-timer himself, take the belt, and headline at WrestleMania.
CM Punk.
Yep. Potential.
He owns a victory over Brock Lesnar, doesn't he?
No.
Doesn't he? No. Okay.
But he'll be wanting one.
Do I believe that CM Punk could have a match with Brock Lesnar after Brock Lesnar dominated John Cena?
But bear in mind, he did have a battle with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, but so did...
last year.
Yeah.
At SummerSlam. And if I recall, even though Punk was quite dominated, Punk did not exactly go down quite as easy as Cena.
No. I'm going to offer you option D.
Option D? What's your option D?
Which will make a 14-time world champion.
14? 15?
No, it'll make him a 14-time world champion. Triple H.
Oh, Triple H.
Triple H gets fed up with the champion not being on the show. And he says...
The authority turn face?
Doesn't turn face. Just gets fed up with not having a champion on a show. He's doing what's best for business.
Yeah, I'll turn him face against Brock.
But he owns 2 victories over Brock Lesnar.
He does, but I don't think that wouldn't really be best for business. He put somebody else in the way.
If he beats him and then they set it up so Seth Rollins comes out and cashes in on Triple H afterwards and Triple H just lies down, and there you go. You have your new champion.
And a bit of an NWO.
Yeah.
Which, if I recall, lost WCW the Monday Night Wars. Or one of them.
No. WCW lost the Monday Night Wars because they had some stupid no-name fucking actor stand at the top of a triple cage thanks to Jeff Jarrett hitting Diamond Dallas Page with a guitar, and then David frickin' Arquette became the world champion. Arquette, fucking arsehole.
That wasn't in the triple cage match.
It was.
It won it. He didn't win it then.
Oh, he retained it then though, didn't he?
No. Joe took it.
He didn't.
He did. 100%, I can guarantee it. He won it in a tag match. He teamed with DDP against Jeff Jarrett and Eric Bischoff.
Well,
and he pinned Bischoff for the title.
Wherever he won it, was
And-
the most
then-
stupid decision
then he was
in
involved-
wrestling
yeah.
history.
And then he was involved in the triple cage match between, well, that involved Jeff Jarrett and DDP, turned on DDP and gave Jeff Jarrett the win.
Yeah, it's the most stupid.
It was ridiculous. Even though Canyon did sort of take a bit of a sick bump,
Yeah,
if you recall.
but that is the most stupid decision in pro wrestling history. That's almost as bad as Vince Russo having a feud with Jeff Jarrett. Sorry, TNA, but you have had some stupid storylines.
Oh, come on. Name me one stupid storyline that they've done today. Oh, wait. Just thought of one already.
The Manageriini, and look what happened to that. A certain non-trained knockout is now injured.
Yep.
Well done, TNA. You can't even train your talent properly to wrestle. See, that annoys me. You've got people like ODB and Angelina Love, people that are there that can wrestle, and instead you want to put someone that's better suited as a manager because she's a little bit of eye candy. She's got a nice pretty ass, but she isn't trained to wrestle. She probably would even admit she isn't trained to wrestle. You know, she hasn't had enough experience. That was her first match, and she's injured now.
It isn't, is it? I thought she was...
She was a model.
Whoops.
They didn't train her properly. Like,
Ouch.
you've got talent there. Brittany, Gail Kim, ODB that they had recently released,
Ooh.
Velvet Sky, Angelina Love. The list goes on. Like, they just bought Jessica Avakin, who's alright.
Yeah.
But you've got all that, and then you want to put a model in there. It's
lethal. It's lethal. It's asking for it. And bear in mind, we've had, we you know, the last model who was introduced to the world of wrestling, I recall is messed up a few times in wrestling. A certain redhead.
Eva Marie.
Yeah.
However, she's bringing mainstream attention
Yes,
because
she
of all
is.
the cover shoots,
Yeah.
which they could use.
Yeah.
Rebel has, because she's a good-looking girl.
Stunning.
Yeah,
Stunning.
and she could get you mainstream attention. It's about utilising your talent, right? Which is something that most mainstream companies who have got, like...
But if I'm honest with you, for me, as a wrestler, I'm not going to be sexist here. I think that women wrestling can be phenomenal.
Yeah, they
fantastic.
can, but they need to know the place. If they can't wrestle...
You need to know how to wrestle.
Maria is a perfect example of this. She doesn't get in the ring that often anymore. She's there to be used as a distraction and help Mark Bennett win matches. And she knows what her job is now. She doesn't want to get in the ring that often and wrestle. She does an effective job as a manager or a piece of arm candy.
Good way of putting it. But
Utilise your women wrestlers that can wrestle, make them wrestle. The ones that can't wrestle, find them something to do. They could be a manager, whatever. Just find them something to do.
Yeah.
So that's my rant on that out the way.
What do you think of the new guy in TNA?
Which one?
No.
There's been a couple.
The
There's a
sergeant.
disabled,
Yeah.
the new Zach Gowen.
Yes.
Why not just have Zach Gowen?
Wow. I don't know what to say to that. But there is a bit of a story behind this.
Yeah, there is. He's an ex-army veteran.
And was on the front line.
Yeah.
On the front line and unfortunately lost his limb while out there. And
It's a feel-good story.
it is a very good feel-good story. And
But at a time when TNA is trying to make budget cuts, signing a new wrestler to a contract probably isn't the best time to do it.
there's supposed to be a TV deal.
Yes, and up until the end of the year.
There's supposed to be a new TV
With
deal.
Spike, you on about?
No.
No, they supposedly found one, but it'll be on a lesser network. Spike are taking them up until December.
Yeah.
They signed the contract extension until December. But TNA aren't doing that many house shows now.
And they've moved nights as well.
And Bully Ray isn't signed for a new contract.
Ooh, ouch.
And neither is Kurt Angle.
Or Devon.
Or Devon.
Ouch. That's going to quite cripple him.
Mm.
But he's a bit of a mixture for you. We've hit British news. We've hit Americano.
Let's jump the border to Mexico.
No, actually, let's not jump the border yet. Let's mix them.
Go on.
Ready for this? We've got a Team UK in a certain a certain indie match.
Go on.
Triple trios. Ready?
No. Go on. I'll let you explain.
You know the company, don't you? Which company we're on about? King of Trios. Really? Let me get it right. I want to get this pronounced
Chikara.
right. Chikara Pro.
Right.
Have a two-man tag team tournament.
Yeah.
And we've got a Team UK.
Okay. And
The three talents.
Yeah.
Pete Dunne.
Yeah.
Can't go wrong with that. Damien Dunne, his brother, and Mark Andrews. Three absolutely phenomenal wrestlers of the UK scene going across the pond to wrestle at King of Trios against possibly some former WWE wrestlers there, some of the best talents on the indie scene all over the world, period. And they've got a front row seat, they've got the best seat in the house to be there, wrestle, and do Britain proud.
Oh, that's
So
good.
I hope they go far. I hope they do really well. Because them three, I've seen all three of their works. Phenomenal.
So, so that was that. So, I want to jump the border to Mexico. Just give everyone a little bit of update on AAA's negotiations with Al Patron and
the
Rey
boss.
Mysterio. So, the hearing's going through at the moment. He's got a 90-day no-compete clause, which applies to the US only. Can make appearances outside the US. He just can't wrestle.
Right.
So, he can't wrestle a match. So, I don't think the counting interference is a match.
Oh, they got away with it.
But
They used a loophole.
they might be suing them for using his WWE theme.
Oh!
I've been researching into it, and there may be a lawsuit going in if he tries to argue that he was released unfairly because they used his WWE theme to bring him out on AAA.
Oh, ouch. Ouch. How stupid can you get?
Well, that's Conan for you. He just wants to stick two fingers up to the world, and he thinks no one will bite back.
And unfortunately, he's just done it with the biggest dogs, in
Yeah.
the wrestling business.
Yeah, if there's a company you don't want to piss off, WWE is the one that
Conan,
you don't
bit of
want.
advice on this issue. Don't fight it and count your fingers.
Yeah. So that happened there. Rey Mysterio might have to have another year added on. Again.
Ouch.
So his contract says that he's got to fulfill so many appearances. If he doesn't make the appearances, WWE has the power to add year on to make up the appearances because he's signed the contract that he'll do so many appearances. So he's got a year added on at the moment. He's out with an hand injury.
Yep.
If he doesn't get back and fulfill his appearances,
Another
which
year.
I think it's about 4 months of appearances he owes them, then he'll have another year
Oh, that's not good.
to do it. So Rey Mysterio could be selling merchandise for another 18 months for the WWE.
While sitting in town.
Yeah. Which comes back to the argument I had last week. If you want to listen to it, episode 14, it's on there. It's about halfway in. But we won't get on to that. Also, if you follow the Costa Rica wrestling, CMLL, I think it is.
Yep.
The general manager of that production actually made a phone call at the end of their TV show to Al Patron and has invited him to appear as the boss, which is his new character.
Yep.
And he should be appearing on their show very soon.
That's sort of some good publicity.
Yes.
For them, as long as they don't do a Conan.
Yeah, but he'll be appearing there. So it seems like he's making his living outside of America, which he should do, because in the American market he isn't going to get that much business because the next year, and it will be a year because he broke his contract. If anyone thinks that he's going to be able to get that overturned, no.
Not happening.
So I reckon it'll be a year from here and 90 no compete elsewhere. So he'll be on the Puerto Rican Mexican television. He'll make his living.
Oh, he can.
And that's WWE's argument, saying we don't want you in America. Our market is America. You can go to Mexico or wherever. We're not arsed.
Just don't use our themes.
Yeah. so that will probably be their argument with that. So there's an update on the AAA saga.
I'm surprised we haven't heard more of the video package of
Free Ray.
What?
Yeah. WWE might be suing over that because they allowed him to appear, not on live television,
Yeah.
and it was on live television.
Oh dear.
So you might be seeing a lawsuit for that as well. And also, 2 more law firms have put in a case against WWE for falsely advertising that they could triple their revenue via the new television deals.
Oh.
Sometimes, and don't take this personally if you're American and you listen to this, you're suing people for stupid claims. But if you run a business, you want to say that we can make this because that's your aim. If you think you can make 3 more times revenue, you'll go for it. If you fall short, you fall short. But trying to sue someone for trying to follow a statement, that's stupid. Absolutely fucking stupid.
I thought this wasn't going to be a ranty episode.
It hasn't. It's just, this is me catching up with the stupid news of wrestling. You've done the happy news, reporting good things. I'm catching up with the news that's making headlines.
I'm reporting happy news with a busted up nose.
Yeah. So that was that. So I know you want to plug a couple of bands.
Well, it's not bands. I would actually like to plug a radio show.
Go on.
That would be I need to just quickly look that up. But before we actually do that, how about we plug a certain group?
Go on.
Lazy Eye.
Yes. Well, it's more solo than a group.
It is more solo, but even so, it still needs to be done because phenomenal band.
Yeah, really good
Phenomenal
band.
band. And the radio show I'm on about is actually on a local radio station called 6 Towns Radio.
Yes, if you
of this area.
Yeah, so I'm now going to do my best Michael Cole impression. If you've got an Android phone, if you go on Google Play, download TuneIn Radio, and then from TuneIn Radio, if you click on the little search at the bar at the top, and you type in 6 Towns Radio, it'll come up on there and you can listen to that. It costs you absolutely nothing, so it's $3.99. It isn't $9.99, it's $3.99.
Ah, that was bad. That was bad, but it's free anyway.
Yeah.
But
it's
got a radio show on there that actually plugged United Wrestling.
Yeah.
And I believe it's called Towns Talk and Tracks.
Yeah.
I was on there last week, and I've got to say they were very welcoming and everything, phenomenal to talk with, and hope
You might be going back on again soon.
Possibly, yeah, possibly. It might not be this week, might be the week after. To possibly do some more plugs and whatnot, and also do some sports as well.
Yeah.
Talk some sports and music.
What do you know about sport?
I talk wrestling.
What do you know about other sport?
I talk wrestling.
There are more sports in the world than wrestling.
It's an hour of sport and an hour of music. I'm coming for it. I'm coming for 1 hour. So there you go.
Yeah, so that's that. So you wanted to do that. I've got something that we...
Oh, there's one more we need to plug. We haven't plugged them in a while.
Go on.
Standing Designs.
Yes, and I also want to plug Matt Burns Sunglasses, found at all good wrestling shows in the United Kingdom. He has all shades. He has red, pink, yellow. They're almost as multicoloured as John Cena's T-shirts.
Oh, and shockingly, you can believe this. Matt Burns even took a pair.
Did he? Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
He even took a pair. He enjoyed him. He liked them.
Did he pay?
He liked them.
Did he pay?
He liked them.
Did he pay?
Yes.
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 No.
Yes.
Good
yes.
lad.
Yes. Yes.
Did you sign him for him?
Really? Really?
He's got to have a memento from United Wrestling.
Oh, he's got plenty of mementos. He's got plenty of memories, pictures taken, and everything. And I'm surprised he hasn't had some of the feathers off my feather boa. From my back locker because it gets everywhere.
Nice. So I wanted to plug a couple of things as well, which is in the local area. One of them is the Afford Rent-A-Car, which is around here.
Yeah.
It sponsors like the local pool leagues and local businesses as well that are trying to make it off. And the other one is Trent Trophies, which do some brilliant work again with some of the pool leagues that we work with. So if you ever get a chance, if you want a car and you're in the Stoke area, if you go to Ford Rent-A-Car and like your proceeds, maybe a little bit will come back to us in sponsorship for the pool leagues. It's helping make amateur pool more better, and hopefully soon that you will see a boom come because there are some really good players. some really good players.
I think that's a good shout there. That's a very good shout out there, that is. And I've got to say, I've got to give another shout out actually right now to your favourite tag team.
Which one?
Oh, come on, the one that you named today.
I and you.
It's got to be done. It's got to be done for the simple fact, what pure genius.
That is brilliant.
Iron Brew mixed with Mountain Dew.
It's absolutely brilliant.
I will heavily advise that people don't try to mix the drinks together because we have no idea what that tastes like.
I'll mix you one and then you can try it.
I'm not being the test subject.
You're?
No way.
You can be the guinea pig.
No, I came up with the idea, so you drink it.
No, because I drank loads of crap last night. It's the reason why I looked this hungover. It's the reason why I did the ice bucket challenge. Hopefully it'll wake me up. I did my pub crawl around Stoke last night. Actually, one more thing I want to actually advertise, which I never thought I'd do this because it's got the most stupidest cunt face on the side of it. It's called Hooch.
Hooch?
Hooch.
I haven't heard that in a long while.
It tastes like Fanta. It tastes like lemon Fanta. And it's only 4%, but after...
It does.
Yeah. I woke up with a nice hangover this morning. What a beautiful drink. So if you get a chance to try one, try one. But if you can just rip the label off with that stupid cunt's face on the side of it, you'd be doing everyone a huge favour.
Trust you. Just trust
I don't
you.
like him. He gets to sit with two of the nicest women on British television, and he's a cock. An absolute cock.
Well, I've got to say, a bit of a short episode.
Bit of a short episode. There hasn't been that much exciting things happening in the world of professional wrestling this week.
Other than me getting kicks in the face, which I'm really glad about.
Yeah. So we're going to wrap that up now. So where can we contact you?
You can contact me. Well, you already know my Twitter.
Which
Matt,
is...
the Bad Boy Burns. Oh, no, not Bad Boy. It's literally Matt Bad Boy Burns.
Yeah.
You can contact me on either Matt Burns UK on Facebook. You've also got my email, which is mattburns04@hotmail.com.
Yeah.
And you can also contact me through breaking the fourth wall, which also goes into your territory. So where can we contact you as well?
You can contact me via Facebook, which is Nathan Goff, or Breaking the Fourth Wall on Facebook. And then I've got Wrestling's Fourth Wall, which is our Twitter page, which is steadily gaining more followers each week.
It is. It's always gaining more followers.
Yeah, so if we get the Facebook one up, and soon you'll be able to contact us at United Wrestling, not United Wrestling.
What's the matter? Did you slip up there?
Yeah, Breaking the Fourth Wall on the internet. There will be the Breaking the Fourth Wall website in
Hopefully.
production soon. It is being sorted this month. We're sorting the finances out to get that up and running.
Also, actually, just to hit on a little on an actual project we have mentioned before, just before we go. There is talk of actually us going live in the future. Not anytime soon.
Because we're still waiting for the views to reach a certain level.
We're sort of still waiting on certain projects, ideas, and sort of balancing them out.
Yeah.
Because once we go live, we've got certain other regulations and rules to follow.
Yeah, like it's going to have to be after 9 o'clock.
Yeah, definitely with you.
Yeah, because some things really infuriate me really badly. So it will have to be after 9 o'clock, unless we can get permission where we put a code on it, and we put the code on Twitter and Facebook, and you have to put a code in to listen to us.
True. But then that's a lot of fiddling.
It isn't, because if we put the code out, then it's fine.
True, but we don't want just... That means we can sort of still get in trouble for it, because we're just handing out the code, but once we've worked out all the kinks on that, we will be updating you on the YouTube page, but also, hopefully, if we do some recordings when we are live, we are hopefully aiming to stay on the YouTube channel as well, because anybody who doesn't know whatever radio area we're on can always still come to the YouTube.
Yeah, and also breaking news from United Wrestling. The first match for the London Road Sports and Social Club has been announced.
Oh.
Tommy Aiden versus AJ Hughes.
Tommy?
Good luck.
Good luck. Watch out for the kicks.
Yeah, so it says first match. So other than that, folks, enjoy your local wrestling shows, and this has been Breaking the Fourth Wall.
It's a goodbye from me.
And it's
The
a
bad boy-
goodbye from.
Well, it's a goodbye from me. The bad boy, Matt Burns.
And it's a goodbye from me, Nathan Goff. See you later, folks.